Hello, 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 and welcome to Aurora Creative Healing. I am Kia, and I'm so happy to be here with you. So, for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome, and for those of you returning, welcome back. I'm sure you've noticed that the channel name has changed from Rainbow Tarot to Creative to Aurora Creative Healing. The reason for that is because I finally got my business page up, and I'm really excited about that. Because I am a second degree Reiki practitioner. I do practice distant Reiki. For those of you who are interested in a distant Reiki session, you can find out more information online at the website. I will be posting the link to the website in the description below. The website will also have my rates for personal readings as well. And I think I forgot to mention this on my Scorpio reading, but I will be doing a special discount. A 50% off of my readings for those of you that mention the YouTube channel. So please do look into that. But thank you so much for being here. Today, I'm doing a reading for the collective sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of November 2019. Thank you guys so much for being here. So glad to be with you. Please do note that this is a collective reading, a collective general reading at that. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. If the messages do not resonate with you, please check your rising moon and Venus signs. There may be something in those videos that will help you or that may resonate better. And if the message does resonate with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe, share your story. I would love to hear it and how the reading resonated with you. And please do share, because we're trying to build Aurora's community as big as we can get it, and I appreciate all the support and the love going into this endeavor. So let's get started. Holy Spirit, what messages do we have for the collective sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2019? Holy Spirit, what messages do we have for the collective sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of November 2019? Please help me to tune into the collective energy of the astrological sign of Cancer. Be a clear channel to receive all answers to the question at hand. What messages do we have for the astrological sign of Cancer? What messages do we have for the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus? So earlier when I was shuffling Cancer, I did feel or connected to an energy that was almost like anxiousness, or I think eagerness is a better term. Eagerness simply because anxiousness kind of carries like that negative connotation, so I don't want to attach that to it. Excuse me, sorry guys. Yeah, so I don't want to attach that to it. But yeah, kind of like an eagerness, a hurry to get things done, or to take action of some sort. I don't know who that's resonating with, but we'll dig deeper into the tarot here. Okay, so two cards popped out for you, Cancer. The Two of Cups and the Three of Swords. And I don't like seeing this, but it is what it is, and it came up for a reason. I don't know who this is resonating with, but this is definitely an energy of heartbreak and pain due to a soul connection of some sort, with the Two of Cups being here, and then we have the Three of Swords here. This energy is the energy that's crowning you in the month of November. I don't know if you're currently coming out of some sort of heartbreak. Because this is your crowning energy, I want to say that it's something that's already happened, not something like to happen in the future, with this being your current crowning energy in the month of November. So this is probably something that either happened in the recent past or is you're currently going through right now. Whatever resonates with you. But this energy is currently crowning you, and we'll clarify it. But there was definite hurt here with somebody that you shared a soul connection with. A very deep one, a very deep bond that you shared with this person. What energy is surrounding Cancer's heart space in the month of November? What energy is surrounding Cancer's heart space in the month of November? So the energy surrounding your heart space is the Eight of Coin. Eight of Coin, definitely you're in the mindset, your will is in the month of November is focused on working towards, or you may be more focused on work or your career, your job, physical abundance here. It's kind of where your focus is lasered into and what you're working towards, and etc. in the month of November. Perhaps, it's your way of coping with what may have happened in the past with this heartbreak, just deciding I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put my energy into my work and into what I want to accomplish for myself. Let's see what energy is grounding you here. What energy is grounding Cancer for the month of November? What energy is Cancer rooted in? Month of November 2019. Could have sworn a card dropped out. I guess it did not. That was weird. There it is. Okay, Six of Swords and the energy grounding you. So you're currently moving out of this dark period and into better days, lighter days. Moving away and on from things that no longer serve you. And this is the energy that you're grounded in. So you're definitely coming out from this pain, from this heartbreak that you were in previously. The energy is still crowning you. It's still on your mind. But something that cut this deeply is going to take time, Cancer. It's definitely not something that you're just going to jump out of. And most Cancerians, even though I don't really like to be stereotypical, but most Cancerians, they feel very deeply. You guys are very watery. When you love hard, whether it be in a romantic relationship, whether it be family related, firm related, whatever. When you put your heart into something or someone, you go deep. And when it causes you hurt, or when hurt comes from that, or in some way the situation ends up hurting you, or there's heartbreak, it takes time for you to overcome that. But what I see here, Cancer, already, and I don't even have the full spread out, is that you guys are definitely coming out of it. And your way of doing so is walking away from what no longer serves you. And, just focusing on working hard towards your goals, whatever that may be for you. Let's see what energy of the recent past is most affecting you in the month of November. What energy of the recent past is most affecting Cancer in the month of November, Holy Spirit? Holy Spirit, what energy is most affecting Cancer in the month of November? The Knight of Coin and the Upright. So what's funny is that Scorpio got this card in reverse. But I don't think that theirs was necessary. Theirs could have been geared toward relationships, but it wasn't specific. So maybe you were dealing with a Scorpio in the past. I don't know. But with this being in the upright, this is definitely you. It's you embodying an imagery. I can't speak, y'all. It's definitely you embodying the energy of the Knight of Coin. You see where he's here with his bear companion and they're going uphill in the snow. It's already hard. Can you imagine? Like, the snow is almost up to his knees and like he's pushing through it, pushing up this hill here. And you know, walking flat, like on a flat surface, is difficult in the snow. Imagine having to walk uphill in the snow. Very difficult. This card here tells me that in the recent past, Cancer, you were probably in a place where you're making moves and determined to move towards your purpose and why you're here. The bigger scheme of things. And the bear also tells me that you do have people in your corner that's supporting you and working with you and walking with you through this, that you are not alone. And if you don't feel like there's people in your corner, do know and recognize that you are never alone. You are supported by the divine, your angels, your guides. You are surrounded and cared for on all levels, and you are never alone, and you are not going on this uphill battle alone. This is the energy surrounding you in the recent past, which definitely explains this 8 of Coins here that's in your heart center in the month of November. This is your focus. This is your focus. Working hard towards your coin, towards your goal, whatever material or possession. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I can't talk. Anything in the 3D realm, anything that you can create for yourself, you're working hard towards it, whatever this is for you, which we'll clarify. I don't know where my words are going, but they're just most certainly not here right now. Okay, let's see what energy will be surrounding you in the near future. What energy will... Ooh. That was quick. 2 of Swords. Facing you in the near future. So basically, Cancer, what this is telling me is that you're definitely going to be at a place where you're going to be faced with a decision. And it may be a decision that you're not wanting to have to make. And Spirit is pointing out my attention to the moon. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little crescent moon up there. And the moon typically talks about, like, if you pull the moon in the tarot, for instance, it can refer to secrets, it can refer to illusions, it can refer to anything that's not seen, anything that's the unknown, the moon can refer to. And with Spirit pointing out this crescent moon to me, I feel like that's a message for you, Cancer, to that this choice that you're going to have to make, the outcome is not something that's going to be easily seen. And even the bird in this card is blindfolded, you know. And he's standing there in the comfort of his nest, but the two swords are what he is standing on. And he doesn't want to have to choose one or the other, because to choose one is going to lose the other. And the nest is going to fall, is what I'm hearing. But this choice needs to be made. It's a choice that needs to be made. And it's going to be made. It has to be made. Or else it'll be made for you, because indecision is still a decision. And things are going to fall one way or the other. But we'll clarify this as well. Yes. So let's get some clarifiers on the board here. I'll go with my little mini deck. Holy Spirit, can you clarify this 2 of Cups for me and Cancer's crowning energy for the month of November, please? Can you clarify the 2 of Cups, please? Cancer's crowning energy. Whoop. For the month of November. Why is the 2 of Cups here? Oh, that's a lot. That's a little too many. Why is the Two of Cups here? Six of Swords in reverse. For some of you in the collective, the reason why this is in your crowning energy is because some of you are having a hard time walking away from whatever this was. From whatever this connection was that caused you this heartbreak, for some reason you're still having difficulty walking away. You're still holding on. And Spirit is bringing my attention to this ivy on the Three of Swords card. Do you see this ivy here? Oh gosh, what is it called? I think it's called like English ivy or something like that. Anyway, have you ever tried to pull this stuff off a tree? It does not come off. It is stuck. It is stuck to it, and it just does not. I mean, you have to chop at it and cut it, and some people will spray killers on it, you know, like weed killers or whatever. But it's hard to get it off. And the ivy is being brought to my attention, and for two different reasons. So take it how it resonates. Either it's that you're stuck and you're having a hard time moving on from this heartbreak. You're having a hard time releasing it and moving on from it. But the ivy can also be a sign of growth and positivity that comes from this situation for you, Cancer. But with the Six of y'all, I told you I can't talk. With the Six of Swords in reverse, this is clarifying the Two of Cups here. You're having difficulty moving on. This is something that's still weighing heavily on your mind, and it's keeping you from fully moving forward. Oops, what was that? Whoops. Yeah, so it's like you're putting in all this hard work. You're trying to let it go, trying to release it, pouring yourself into your work, pouring yourself into a hobby or whatever it is to busy your mind and try to let it go. But it's still there. It's still crowning you, and you haven't released it. You haven't released it yet. Let's clarify the Three of Swords here. Why is the Three of Swords here? Cancer's crowning energy. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is the Three of Swords here, Holy Spirit? Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is it... Yeah, the Star card in reverse. Cancer, I don't like to see this. So the Star card is typically a card of hope. A card of healing. And for some of you in the collective, I feel as though, especially with the Star card being in the reverse, that you're just feeling really hopeless about this situation. About what happened in the past. It's still in the back of your mind. You're still thinking about it quite a bit. It could also be for some of you, because remember, this is a general reading. It is a collective reading. It could very well be that you've decided that you aren't gonna, I can't get the words out. Some of you have decided that you're no longer going to put any more energy into trying to heal this situation. For some of you in the collective, you have let go. You have decided that you're not going to put any more energy into trying to heal what was broken. It's kind of... To me, it looks split 50-50 is what I'm seeing. Like, for some of you, you're having trouble moving on from it. You're having trouble moving forward. For others of you, it's like, I'm done with it. Yeah, it feels split, like, right down the middle. Let's clarify this Ten of Coins here in your heart. Surrounding your heart energy here. clarify the Eight of Coins within Cancer's heart space. What is the Eight of Coins here? Woo! Okay. 3. Yes, so with the Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups, as some of you may know it, you're definitely Cancer in the mind and in the heart space. You have the will to move forward, to take action, and move into what you've always dreamed of, following your dreams, your aspirations, letting your imagination go wild and lead you in the direction that you want to go for yourself and things that you want to achieve for you. I'm hearing riding the wave. On this particular card, he's like literally riding a spout of water or whatnot. But I heard riding the wave. Like, there's some of you that's definitely riding this wave here with the Knight of Cups. And you're letting what happened, you're following the flow of what happened. You're not fighting it. You're not fighting the flow. You're allowing the flow to take you to that next level, that next step in your life where you need to be. And you're putting in the work to get there. So, the Nine of Swords, because 3 cards came out to clarify this Eight of Coin. The other card was the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords talks about things that are weighing heavily on your mind. For some of you, this could have been causing sleepless nights. Does not have to be, but it's like you're staring down all of your fears in the face right now. I feel like this is the energy encompassing you at this time. Well, in the month of November, Cancer, is that it's like you're staring your fears in the face, and you have to in order to move forward. And it's not easy. Again, for some of you, this could have been causing sleepless nights, could still be causing sleepless nights. But with the energy coming out, this tells me that you're definitely standing in this Empress energy within your heart space, within your emotions. The Empress to me encompasses all the queens, all the aspects of emotion, all the aspects of what we feel within. The Empress encompasses. She also represents receptivity as well. I'm hearing that it's time for you to receive, Cancer. It's time for you to receive what is coming for you, what is waiting for you beyond this heartbreak. You've manifested this, is what I'm hearing. You've definitely manifested this. And you're in a place now where you're working towards balancing yourself within, encompassing this Empress energy. And again, all of the court cards, all of the character cards, period, within the tarot do not have to go, whether you're male or female, it does not matter. What matters is the energy that is associated with the card. So whether you're male or female, you're encompassing this Empress energy in the month of November. Let's clarify the Six of Swords here in your grounding energy. Why is the Six of Swords here for Cancer? Holy Spirit, why is the Six of Swords here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November. Ooh! Well, that one went flying. Those 3 went flying. Okay. So, it's clarifying the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is all about walking away, leaving behind what no longer serves you, what isn't good for you, moving into calmer waters. Do you see that snake at the bottom there, at the bottom of the card? It's trying to slither on after her, but she's gone. She's ghosting it. She's going on about her business, and she's moving on into calmer waters, into happier days. And to clarify this, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Justice card in reverse. What I'm hearing, Cancer, is that this is what you're leaving behind. This is what you're walking away from. All of these cards came in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse, and this does not have to be a female, could be male or female, but I feel that definitely somebody in your life was encompassing this Queen of Wands energy. And a lot of times in the reverse, Queen of Wands can be very manipulative and kind of be skilled at working a situation for their benefit. It doesn't even have to be something dramatic. It could have been subtle, but it could very well be a person that manipulated the situation, maybe even manipulated you, Cancer, and trying to get the situation they wanted to go with the way that they wanted it to go. Then with the Three of Wands here in reverse, this is like a delay of something coming to fruition, of you getting what you deserve. Or falling through of plans, even with this Three of Wands in reverse. And then with the Justice card, Justice card in reverse automatically to me just kind of talks about, imbalances, unfair situations. And what I see here is that you're coming out of all of this. You're leaving this behind you, Cancer, in the month of November. You're kind of just like bye-bye. And this is the energy that you're grounded in, which is great. Definitely a good energy to be in after everything that you've experienced up to this point. This is reminding me, for those of you that resonated with the October reading, I feel like for some of you, this reading may be a continuation of that reading from the month of October, because I do remember a bit of the reading, and it was a lot about having to leave someone behind who was taking you for granted. And I feel like for some of you, this message may resonate and be a continuation of that message, especially with the Queen of Wands in reverse showing up here to clarify that Six of Swords. I feel like you're definitely leaving a walking away from someone or something that was not good for you. And if it was a person, they were a very manipulative person. And it just was an unfair situation for you, Cancer. So I'm going to clarify the energy of the recent past. This Knight of Coin here. Clarify the Knight of Coin. Ooh, well, that was quick. Yes, absolutely. Clarifying the Knight of Coin. That uphill battle, that working hard, moving towards your purpose, your desires, what you want for yourself, that life that you so deserve. Nine of Chalices, which is wish fulfillment. So confirmation, definitely confirmation, Cancer, that you've been working towards this future that you want for yourself, this wish fulfillment, this happy day, these happy days, emotional fulfillment, and whatever it is. And this is what is clarifying the Knight of Coins. So I feel like this is definitely something geared towards your higher purpose. And you have like this inward desire that you want to live up to this inner purpose that you know is within you and where it can take you. And you're working towards this wish fulfillment, which is wonderful. I'm going to clarify the Two of Swords and the energy of the near future, because I am very curious about that. What is this decision that Cancer is going to be faced with in the near future? Why is the Two of Swords here, please, Holy Spirit? Why is the Two of Swords here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, month of November 2019? Whoop. Why is the Two of Swords here? Why is the Two of Swords here? Ooh. Oh, the Hierophant. But I'm not going to stop there. Hierophant can mean so many different things. So I'm going to clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant, please, Holy Spirit. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? For some of you, this could be a commitment of some sort. Making a decision whether or not to commit to something. The Sun card. Page of Wands. Okay. All right. Woo. I got chills. Ooh. Got chills on that one, guys. Got chills on that one. So, with the Hierophant and the Sun card, which are both major arcana here, Hierophant can mean many things. It can have something to do with institutions. It can have something to do with commitments. It can have something to do with learning, with teaching. Usually the Hierophant is a wise teacher, you know. I'm hearing that some of you in the collective may be considering continuing your education. Childhood education. Perhaps. I don't know. Teachers, that would make sense. Teachers. I don't know if some of you are considering being teachers. I'm going to tell you something that I think Cancerians make wonderful teachers because they tend to be really good with children. Childhood education is what I'm hearing with the Sun card and the Hierophant. Because they came out, Sun card came out after the Hierophant. So I feel that quite possibly some of you in the collective may be thinking about pursuing childhood education and are trying to decide whether you're going to make that step or not, or advance into that. For some of you, I'm hearing that you need to connect with your inner child to find that joy and simplicity in life again. Don't make things so complicated. Try to find enjoyment in the small things and things that make you happy. It does not have to be extravagant or special to anyone else except for you. The Sun card really does talk about connecting with that inner child and listening to it, tuning into it. What is it that you love to do? What is it that makes you happy? Kind of moving in life with almost like a childlike innocence. Not letting what happened to you in the past let you become jaded. What flipped out? The Lover's card. So for some of you, this decision, like for some of you, very well could be making a decision to go back to school, continue your education. Childhood education is what I heard. However, for some of you in the collective, this could very well be a relationship decision. The Lover's card, whoops, sorry for shaking the camera. The Lover's card oftentimes talks about an important decision within a relationship. And yes, typically this is geared towards a romantic relationship. And with it coming out to clarify with the Hierophant, this could be you making a decision about whether or not you want to commit to someone. I'm hearing childhood friend. A friend from childhood, perhaps. The Sun card, just talks about happy days and enjoying life and just being. But for some reason, children keeps coming up in this association. So it could very well be a childhood friend, somebody from your childhood that's coming back into your life. You're trying to make a decision on whether or not you want to commit to this person, whether or not you want to take things to the next level. With the Lover's card here, the Lover's card could very well be geared towards this past situation that you have. Though I feel like for most of you have moved on from this past situation, but for the few of you that this is resonating with, there could be a decision that you have to make about whether or not you are going to stay in this relationship or try to pick this relationship back up with the Hierophant. But if I am not a relationship counselor, I cannot tell you what to do with your life, but is it worth, I will ask you the question, is it worth going through pain again, Cancer? Is it worth going through the pain that you've already been through in this situation? That is giving you sleepless nights and lack of hope. Is it worth it? I will say that. But definitely with the Lover's card here, this decision that you have to make could very well be in regards to a partner, a sacred partner, someone that you share a soul connection with. It could very well be someone from the past. I don't know. The Sun card just keeps bringing up, I keep hearing childhood, children, child, so very well could be. But this is also, it was also flanked by the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands talks about taking pause before taking a leap. And because this came out after the Hierophant and the Sun card, I feel like, Cancer, this is you taking a pause before you make this very important decision, which it is important that you take a pause. You've kind of been through the ringer. You've been through a lot in this past cycle. You're in the place now where the power is going to be completely in your hands in the near future. And you have a very important decision to make about some sort of commitment, some sort of choice, whether it's about continuing your education, whether it's about committing or taking a relationship to the next level. This is a really important decision you have to make. And the Page of Wands is about following your passion and taking that leap, but allowing yourself to have, to take pause, to take a moment and reflect on what's happened thus far before you take that leap. To be grounded in it. Because Page of Wands is like a grounded passion. You've been through a lot and you're in a place now where you're thinking through before you make this important decision that you're going to be faced with in the near future, Cancer. So it's quite a bit here, quite a bit in this reading. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a quick advice spread for you. To see what advice Spirit has for you moving forward, going into and out of the month of November here, because it's quite a lot and you guys have been through a lot. Okay, let's see here what we've got. Grab this one. Alright, Holy Spirit, what advice do you have for the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2019? What advice do we have for our Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2019? What advice to help them more easily move through the situations that they have going on in their life? What advice, Holy Spirit, do you have for them? What advice do we have for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Whoop. Seven of Swords. The Hermit, and I'll come back to each one and clarify. Well, not clarify, but go into detail. One more, please. I asked for one, but they gave me two. We have King of Swords and the Eight of Coin. Alright. And they came out together, so I'll read them together. Okay, so, but the first card that came out, and this is definitely for somebody. Because in the reading, again, with the Queen of Wands that came out in the reverse, I definitely feel like for some of you in the collective that you dealt with somebody who was very manipulative. This card, do you see, in the Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords is about deceit, trickery, theft. It can be about being mischievous. It can also be about, you know, trying to go at something alone and what have you. But the message I'm receiving here is to pay attention to these eyes at the top. Cancer, those are your eyes. It's going to be important that you keep an eye out for people like this in your life that aren't who they say they are, that are deceiving and look one way to the face, and when you turn your back are completely different. Be careful about those that you know that you keep close. And if this is somebody that you have dealt with, this is like a call for you to be watchful, be observant of all things that you have going on, because there could be very well someone trying to deceive you in some way. And if you are in fact dealing with someone who was very manipulative, this advice calls for you to be watchful. Don't fall into the same trap that you did before. Because now you have the wisdom with the Hermit card coming up. You've been there, you experienced it, you have the wisdom. The Hermit card calls for you to take some time and go within and reflect on everything that you've learned thus far, everything that you've experienced, everything that you've gone through. Scorpio also got this card. And I feel like probably for a lot of us, no matter the astrological sign, we're at a period now, as we're moving into these new cycles and closing out old ones, it's definitely a time to go in and reflect on what we've experienced and how we can change our actions in the future and or act differently should the situation arise again. The Hermit card is calling for you, Cancer, to use your wisdom. Do not allow people in your external vicinity to determine what path you take, what choice you make. This all needs to be decided within you, and it may mean you taking time away from the hustle and bustle to just have quiet time with yourself. I'm not saying to like isolate yourself, but you know, just take the time to go within and think about what you've been through thus far, and you know, if you could change your actions, how would you change them? What changes will you make moving forward? This is the Hermit. Use the wisdom that you have learned. So, with the King of Swords popping out with the Eight of Coin came out in your main reading anyway, but with the King of Swords here, this is definitely advice for you, Cancer, to speak your truth and speak it in a confidently. Speak it confidently. The Queen of Swords talks about cutting through, cutting through anything that keeps you from speaking your truth. The King, he speaks his truth through leadership and through example. This is speaking your truth and working towards whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here with the Eight of Coin. Allow the work, because what I'm hearing is, allow the work you put in to be your story. Because what you speak here as the king in that King of Swords energy is going to inspire others that may be going through what you have already been through. Again, I feel like I'm speaking Scorpio's reading all over again. But you both are water signs, and I'm doing my water signs first. So, and we are in again, Scorpio season. So I feel like this is definitely a transformation period for most of us. But this work that you're putting in is going to be your testimony. It's going to be your story. And it's going to be a story that you are meant to share with others. That you are meant to lead and support and service others by word of mouth. And it doesn't have to be strictly word of mouth. It can be through writing. And anything that's communicative. Y'all, I can't talk. And maybe that's a sign we're struggling on speaking our truths. That's why this came up in the advice. It's time to speak. It's time to share. It's time to lift others up through your own healing. Communicative. That's the word. It's time, anything that's communicative. So it can be writing, it can be spoken word, what have you. But the work that you're putting in with this 8 of coin is going to be what you use to help others. I feel, Cancer, for who this resonates with, that this is definitely part of your purpose in this world, is to speak in some way, to communicate in some way, in a way that helps others, in a way that's a service to others, is what I'm definitely feeling strongly here. And no, it doesn't have to be anything as dramatic as public speaking. It could be a blog. It could be a book. Whatever it is. I just feel as though this wisdom that you've gained in this hermit is going to give you everything you need to move into this next chapter of your life. And it's so awesome. I love it. So, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys, and we'll end it there. Let's see. I think I'll pull from this one. All right. What oracle message do we have for Cancer for the month of November 2019? What oracle message do we have for Cancer for the month of October 2019? The ever-unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Beautiful card. And I'm going to read it for you guys directly from the book because I feel like it has a really good message that you need to hear. Okay. Okay. Confirmation card. I'll get there, guys. So sorry. All right. So, again, the ever unfolding rose. So, the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it. To let life crack you open. To open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts. To continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. One day, In the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now's the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that Mother has you cradled in her arms. The sea may not be all smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A wonderful way to end the reading, Cancer. And I agree 100%. I know you guys have been through a lot in this past cycle. However long it's been for you, 3 months, a year, 3 years, how long, I don't know. But everything that you've been through has been for a reason, and it's been for your highest good, even though in the midst of it you don't understand, and it's just hard to even imagine why, why am I going through this? But know, Cancer, that it was for your highest good, and you're going to come out of this better and stronger than ever, and your story is going to help so many other people, and even possibly heal the ones that hurt you. Just by walking in your purpose, in who you are, and walking in your light. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support and love that you give. And it's just been an exciting journey thus far. Again, if this message did resonate with you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's try and build up our little community here at Aurora Creative Healing. If you are interested in a private reading with me, please check out my website. I will post it in the description box below. And I'm just sending you guys lots of love and light. And until next time, bye-bye.